Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Chris Rock Will Smith fiasco continues. I've done a lot of videos on this, and there's a lot of interest surrounding it. You guys are interested in it. I'm interested in it. It's fascinating to just watch this unravel. So Chris Rock has now come out and he said a tiny little bit, the kind of intro to his first gig after the slap, but now he's come out and said that he's not going to be talking about Will Smith slapping him until I get paid. Now, is essentially like there has been some rumors that he's going to be suing and things like that, which Jim Carrey was on his side and said he should have sued him for like $250 million because, and like as Jim Carrey said, and it is quite right, this is going to be on the internet forever. It's there, that's it. You can't take it away. Does it mire Chris Rock's career? No, not really. I don't think this negatively impacts Chris Rock's career in any way. But will he be known as the guy that got slapped? Yeah, of course he will. But suing obviously isn't on Chris Rock's cards. But is he looking to get money from it? Yeah. Quite rightly so as well. I don't know how much he can earn for his gigging and things like that. But to sit there and basically do a whole show surrounding that situation, or at least some of that situation, I would imagine is going to be a pretty sold out tour. And this is what he said. He said, I'm not going to be talking about it until I get paid. So Chris Rock recently made a rather interesting remark regarding his altercation. He's not going to be talking about it at all until I get paid. So basically said, I'm okay. I have a whole show, and I'm not talking about that until I get paid. So I have a whole show. He's basically putting together a whole show regarding this entire situation. Now, he said this at a recent comedy show at the Fantasy Springs Casino in Indio, California. The Desert Sun reported on this. Now, he alluded to the aftermath following the altercation with Smith at the star-studded event. Rock then joked, "Life is good. I got my hearing back." He's taken it in his stride, and quite rightly so. Now, the outlet also reports that the former Saturday Night Light comedian poked fun at both celebrities and politicians during a stand-up show, including Hillary Clinton and her unsuccessful presidential runs in 2008-2016. Rock also joked about the Kardashian family and how they love black people so much they take anyone in, as well as Meghan Markle's accusations of racism in the monarchy and the United Kingdom. Now, the comedian did not make it clear what he meant by his refusal to comment on the situation until I get paid. It may suggest that Rock is considering suing. I don't think that's the case, but it's pretty ambiguous. I've got a whole show, and I'm not going to talk about it until I get paid. The thing about it being, the thing about him suing him, and that's what he means by until I get paid, that's quite unlikely because there may be in that lawsuit payments of damages to the effect that, you can't speak out surrounding it or something along those lines. Sometimes you get paid under the proviso of that. So I don't know whether... I don't see him being the suing type. Out of everything we've heard about this, and also you'd think he'd be instigating it pretty quick, and also you would have pressed charges and things like that rather than just going straight to suing. You would have pressed charges, then sued, etc. So I don't know how much I believe that him until I get paid saying that is a case of him suing. And he does say I've got a whole show. I have a whole show and I'm not talking about that until I get paid. Now he's obviously either saying, well, I've got my whole show now and I'm not going to talk about that until I get paid, or I have a whole show planned in future, and then I'm going to talk about it when I get paid for that show. But lawsuit, maybe not. Now, if he does, it'll be a reversal from initial reports. So if he does sue, and this is the other thing, that I alluded to just now, is that, if he does sue, that's a pretty big double back on what he had previously stated and been purported. Loads of people apparently, yeah, it's fine, no worries. He's taken it in good stride, etc., etc. Now, that indicated that Rock was not interested in pressing charges against Smith. Those were the first reports. And this is it, LAPD investigative entities are aware of an incident between two individuals during the Academy Awards program. And they would say, this is the LAPD, they would also say that the incident involved one individual slapping another and the individual involved has declined to file a police report. However, they have 6 months to do it. So if the involved party desires a police report at a later date, LAPD will be available to complete an investigative report. So it could be that he's sat on it and he's seen the backlash online and he's gone, you know what, actually, I'm well within my rights to do this, I'm going to do it. Because a lot of people may not, again, these high profile public figures may not look to do it straight away. Because they're all about PR, they're all about their image, marketing, and they might be looking to see what the landscape, settles on, who was right, who was wrong. And Chris, wasn't, there was nothing wrong, he wasn't in the wrong in any way, shape or form. But he may have thought, oh God, did I overstep a mark here? I've just been slapped. Maybe I did overstep the mark. Maybe everyone's going to be on his side. Maybe that is the reason why such a delay, because he sat there at home, he's online. These people always look online. They've got agents that do these kind of things as well. You'd be having people feeding him information like, oh, actually loads of people are on your side, Chris. Maybe you should file a police report. Maybe you should sue. So you never know. You never know. Now, like I said, he would previously address the slap at his first comedy show after the event, the Wilbur Theatre in Boston. He said, well, okay. Let me do the show. And he basically didn't say anything. And he said, how was your weekend? He didn't have a bunch of shit about what happened. So if you came to hear that, I have a whole show I wrote before this weekend. So this is probably this thing he's referring to. I have a whole show planned and I'm not going to do it until I get paid. He may be looking to sell it to someone like Netflix. I mean, Dave Chappelle's got lucrative contracts with Netflix. You never know. But there you go, ladies and gents. What do you think? I'm not going to say it until I get paid. I've got a whole show and I'm not going to say it until I get paid. I think this implies the potential that he's looking to sell something to Netflix here, which I think is good. Good for Chris. Suing, I think, is off the cards, again, unless he looked to see where the dust settled. And unequivocally it was on his side. And, people are still siding with Will because, stuff about Jada keeps coming out. Again, I've covered it, and she's just a snake in the grass. Just a foul human being. So anyway, let me know what you think. Drop your thoughts down below. Like, comment, share. We've got memberships, we've got Patreon, we've got merchandise underneath the video. Support in any way you want and can. Cheers. Take care.